Hello villagers, welcome back to my channel, Living Life with London, where we are all things wellness, healthy living, inspiration, motivation, travel, daily living, vlogging, do it yourself, and all things Jesus Christ. That's most important. So today is Father's Day. So happy Father's Day to all of you fathers and father figures. I have just gotten home from church, and I had planned on going to the cemetery to visit my father's grave. However, it's raining outside, so plans have changed. I decided, well, I guess I'll leave. I can't talk. I decided that I guess I will just vlog today. I decided to go ahead and go try out this new Caribbean restaurant. I have some friends coming in town in a few weeks, and you know, you want to find somewhere to take them. I have somewhere nice to take them, and so it's a new restaurant that it may not be new, but it's new to me. And I saw it on, someone did a review on Instagram. So I am going to go check them out and see if they're good. So what I'm going to do is I decided to just take you guys along with me, okay? So I'm going to go and get out of these church clothes, and plus my pants are white, and we're not gonna go eat Caribbean food and all this white stuff. So let me go throw on some jeans or something comfortable, and then I'll come back. I'll take you guys along for the ride, and we'll go try out some new food and do a taste testing, and you know, see what type of rating we're going to give this restaurant. I'll be back. We are back. I have changed clothes, and I am now ready to head out to this restaurant to go eat. I want to make sure I have everything. So although it is hot as an Arizona desert and it's humid as all get out here in Texas, it might be cold inside the restaurant, right? So anyway, I have my jacket. It has stopped raining, but my umbrella is back there. I've got my little Insta camera, my 360, so I can take some footage of the drive and add it into this video. So we are about to go ahead and get started. So yes, I'm about to go and eat by myself. So let's have a little story time about that. Why don't we? For years and years. Did someone just call in and mess up my video? We'll be right back. All right, so sorry about that little interruption. That was one of my good girlfriends, sister friends. We've been friends for, oh my God, way over. Let's see, I always have to go by how old my daughter is. So 35 years. We have been friends for 35 years. My daughter is 37, so we've been friends since my daughter was 2. Anywho, and she, all of my friends know I am the neat, organized queen, and so she is in the process of doing some decluttering of her home, and so she called me to ask me some questions about decluttering. So anyway, back on to topic of going out and taking myself out on dates and taking myself out to dinner by myself. So there was a time I couldn't do anything by myself, y'all. I could not go anywhere by myself, wouldn't go into places by myself. If I was meeting my girlfriends there, I'd have to wait for one of them to get there first, and they would be, you know, say, girl, go on in there and get our seat, or go on in and whatever. Couldn't do it. I never would go. I couldn't go to a movie by myself. I was like, no, I always had to have someone with me or be with someone. And so I had another good friend of mine ask me one day years ago, probably almost 20 years ago now. And she said, if you don't like being with you, and you're not okay being with you, why you expect somebody else to be okay being with you? So I was like, what? And so she said it again. You know, if you can't make yourself happy, if you're not okay being with you, then why do you expect someone else to be okay being with you? So it took about another 5 or 10 years before I got it. But once I actually came to a place of who I am in Christ and my worth, and actually okay with being by myself, once I actually started settling into my singleness and being content and happily single and all of that, I started doing stuff by myself. I started going into places by myself. I started off with going with my girlfriends if we were all going to meet up somewhere, and I got there first. So that was how I started, small. I said, okay, well, I'll go ahead and go in. And after a while, everyone always, you know, wherever we would go frequently, they knew us anyway, right? And so I started there. I would just go ahead and go in, and then they would come and whatnot. And so then I started with going to lunch or taking myself out to eat by myself. And the first few times I just felt so awkward. I felt like everyone was saying or thinking, why is she in here eating by herself, right? Then I started taking myself to the movies, and then I started taking myself to concerts and different events, and it was just like, you know what? The more I got comfortable with being with me, and the more the Lord was actually delivering me from a lot of things and showing me me, and then also showing me my worth and my value. And also I got comfortable with just knowing that it was okay to be single, and that there was nothing wrong with you because you were single. And so anyway, with all of that, I now have no issue taking myself out. Let me tell y'all, I will go take a good bubble bath, go through all the hoops and bells and whistles, light candles, all this good stuff, and get dressed, get cute, and go take myself to dinner, go take myself to an event that's happening, a concert, whatever we may have going on, or wherever it is that I'm going. I no longer have an issue with I have to wait in the car and wait till my girls get there and all that other stuff. No. I am so in love with Jesus now that I am so in love with me. And I know my worth, so I have no problem, y'all, taking myself out to eat. So we are on our way to the restaurant, and I have forgotten the name. It is called the Caribbean Palace, and if I am wrong, I will correct that later, but it's either Caribbean Jerk Palace, but it's in Houston, Texas. And I'm going to go ahead and now drive and stop talking and pay attention to the road. But I'll come back to you guys when we get there. Okay guys, we are arriving to the Caribbean Jerk Palace. So far, parking is in the back of the restaurant, so you have to park and then walk around, and parking is very limited, but the place is also rather small, so I guess they really don't need that much parking. But I will say that for the amount of cars, that means that the food is probably really good, huh? So what do you think? Guys, I usually, my best friend and I had started this little routine of every Sunday. We had this little tradition going where we would go and find somewhere to eat after church. Right, we're good. So we would find somewhere to eat after church on Sundays, and we would find either like a food truck or a restaurant that we hadn't been to, preferably something like soul food, Cajun, Creole, you know, we're looking at Latino, Jamaican, Caribbean. And so we had started just going to all of these places that either we hadn't been to, both of us, or either a place that maybe he hadn't been to or I hadn't been to. before, and so just doing this like a Sunday tradition that after church we'll go and find somewhere to eat. Let me tell you about my best friend. He ain't consistent. He don't be being consistent, y'all. He don't be being consistent. So anyway, this particular Sunday today, he decided that he wanted to go and work today. He gets to manage his own schedule, so. But anyway, he's working today, and actually we just haven't went in a long time, and I realized, like, wait a minute, we haven't been doing our routine. So your girl is out here doing our taste testing solo. Another thing that I used to do by myself, I had been talking about things that I did by myself, was, I don't even know if y'all can hear me because I don't have the microphone plugged up, so let's see. Okay, y'all, as I said, we are here. I am getting out of the car, and this is one of those reasons why I do not be vlogging. I told y'all, I gotta carry a camera, an umbrella, a jacket, a purse. This is just too much stuff. It's too much stuff. So anyway, I'm going to turn us around so you can see the building. This is where you have to park. So parking is on the back of the building and in the on the sides on the street. So let's go ahead and go in here, see what we are looking like. There are people waiting to get up in this parking lot, y'all. We may have stumbled up on something good. Okay, let's see. All right, this is the front of the building. All right, so here we are. Looks like they are about to build a patio for the front. This is the outside of the building, and I was correct. Okay, it's called Caribbean Jerk Palace. So let's go in here, guys, and let's see what it's all about. Hello, honey. Thank you. Hello. It's just one. Okay. Are you okay with I'm vlogging, so I prefer a booth, but how long is the wait? I want to be able to like parties over 3. Oh, okay. So do we have a regular table? Or like in the bar? I'll take it. I'll sit there. Yes. Okay, guys. So good service. I get to sit right here in the front because it's just me. So we're gonna see what this is about. Ambiance is nice, and put my stuff down and get situated, and then we'll go ahead and take a look at the menu and see what everything's about, how much the prices are. I tried to look it up online earlier, but we'll go ahead and do it together, okay? So we'll be back in a minute. Okay, guys, so I have decided what I'm going to eat. I don't think we're going to be able to really talk and communicate in here because, as you can hear, the music is loud. They're playing some good R&B music. The vibe is good. But so what I decided to eat, I'm going to start with some jerk egg rolls, and then I'm going to go with the lamb chops with the macaroni and cheese. And for my drink, I ordered a pineapple ginger. So when it comes, I'll take a little shot of it. But in the meantime, I'm just going to enjoy the ambiance and then wait to order my food. I'll talk to you later. Okay, so far it has been about 15 minutes since the young lady has taken my drink order. So, I mean, you know, they are a little bit busy. I'm not complaining. water, right? So anyway, but I really am looking for this Caribbean pineapple ginger, and I hope it tastes exactly the way I remember this to taste. We'll see. I'll let you know whenever it gets here. Alright, so I finally did go ahead and get my pineapple ginger. So there it is. Non-alcoholic, just regular pineapple ginger. So let's see if it tastes like my Caribbean friends that make it homemade.
Okay guys, so this is wrapping up my review of the Caribbean Jerk Palace at 3803 Emancipation. And what is your name again?
Maisha.
I have with me Maisha.
Hello.
She is the manager. Let me tell y'all, she came in and got to work helping her staff. And if this is an example of the leadership that they are under, it's no wonder that the service was so good. So let me tell you guys, I had the lamb chops with the macaroni and cheese. Chef's kiss, 10 out of 10 for service, atmosphere, music was great. We had a mixture of R&B and Afro beats. I loved it. The food was delicious. And again, when you guys are in Houston, Texas, if you're coming to visit or if you live here, come on down to the Caribbean Jerk Palace at 3803 Emancipation. Support this business, y'all.
Black
Thank
businesses
you.
matter. Thank you so much for coming. We'll see you again.
You be blessed, okay?
You as well.
All right.